gluten-free diet has grown in popularity over recent years, and whilst it's essential for the management of some medical conditions, including celiac disease, other people are switching to find improvements in overall health. I'm a registered dietitian and I meet many people embarking on a gluten-free diet. It can be a daunting prospect for some, involving the removal of all gluten-containing grains. These are wheat, rye, barley, oats, spelt and khorasan. These grains are used to make many popular products, including bread, breakfast cereal, pasta, pastry, biscuits and cakes. Gluten is also commonly found in many processed foods, including sausages, ready meals, soups and cooking sauces. So going gluten-free can involve making many changes to your normal diet. But thankfully, there's a lot of help to be found too. Over recent years, many supermarkets have made substantial improvements in their free-from offerings, widening the range of gluten-free options and brands to make it easier for gluten-free customers to quickly identify which areas of the store may offer suitable options. So what does the term gluten-free actually mean, and how can you be sure when a product is suitable for a gluten-free diet? Products labelled specifically as gluten-free must comply with strict regulation regarding the levels of gluten contained within the product. The permitted safe level is 20 parts per million, or to put it more simply, 20 milligrams of gluten per kilogram of food. Research has shown that foods containing trace levels of gluten below this level are safe for people with celiac disease and others who must avoid gluten to consume regularly. Specialist gluten-free foods vary widely in terms of their nutritional content and quality. Some may be higher in fat or sugars than others. Use the nutritional panel on the reverse of the pack to compare calories, fat, sugar and salt per 100 grams and select an option that's right for you. Let's begin by looking at foods that are naturally gluten-free. Fruit and vegetables, eggs, unprocessed meat, beans, pulses and lentils, dairy foods and some grains including rice, maize and quinoa fall into this category. You may also see gluten-free oat products within the free-from aisle. Oats don't contain gluten, but they do contain a similar protein known as avenin. Avenin is considered to be safe for the majority of people with celiac disease to eat. However, problems arise when oat products are processed in the same factories as wheat-containing foods. This is often the case, making standard oats unsuitable for a gluten-free diet. If you decide to include oats within your gluten-free diet, always ensure that the products you select are specifically labelled as gluten-free and are therefore guaranteed to be free from gluten contamination. Oats are a great source of fibre and many other essential nutrients, so possibly a good option to consider adding to your gluten-free shopping basket. But how can you confidently identify gluten in other foods? The answer is in the ingredients list. For pre-packed foods, gluten-containing grains, like other major allergens, must always be highlighted clearly within the ingredients list, for example in bold or italic font. The gluten-containing grains you must look out for are wheat, rye, barley, oats, spelt and khorasan wheat. Some products also carry a may contain warning. This is where manufacturers will provide information about potential cross-contamination with other allergens not directly added to the product. Always take these warnings seriously, and if you're unsure about the potential risk of consuming a product that may have been contaminated with gluten, check with the manufacturer or Celiac UK. For products sold without packaging or wrapped on site, for example in cafes or deli counters, information about the presence of gluten-containing grains must still be available. This information could be written down on a chalkboard or chart, or simply provided orally by a member of staff. Where allergen information is not provided up front, clear signposting to where this information can be found must be provided. For example, you may be advised to speak to a waitress for allergen information. It's important to remember that these rules will only cover information about major allergens intentionally added as ingredients. They don't cover allergens present following accidental contact. Always remember, a gluten-free diet doesn't have to be a challenge. The products and services available to gluten-free shoppers are improving all the time. Don't forget to ask for advice or information if you need more help.